Dude, and action. All right, we got Bryan, the winner of the SCP 4th Annual One Piece Tournament. These are his winnings. Pull the winner Kaido and some extra other goodies. And what leader did you use today?
We played Enel today.
Enel.
Enel 06, very strong. Very strong.
What about this Enel is different in 06?
What is different? Well, Kikunojo is crazy, as we all know. The trigger is fucking wild. Oh, I should not cuss. The trigger is wild.
Guys, this is YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Just ignore the cross in the background.
And then Hiyori is crazy. 2K counter, of course. Cycling Shirahoshi, cycling Kikunojo sometimes. Not really. And then the Onami cycle is crazy too.
So it looks like it's a lot of Land of Wano. So
yes.
Maybe you can show us your new Land of Wano that you added into this first.
So we have the Kikus, we have the Hiyoris, we have the Onamis, we have the Momos, and 2 events. So these are the new 06 cards. Reject is crazy. At 1 life, I can deal 1 damage, so I don't have to swing. Crazy card. Crazy counter. Trigger that if I have 0 life after... Well, if this is the last card of my life, then I can get a life for free. So unlike Amaru, where I have to ditch 2, I don't have to ditch 2 anymore.
Oh, I actually didn't know that about the trigger.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's good. So then Katakuris, I can just cycle this to the bottom.
So you're feeding that to the bottom too then, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't do that often, but it is a good option too.
Cool. So is this our 4 ofs?
No. So this is 4 ofs. Hiyori's 4 ofs. This is of 2. Onami's of 4. Counters at 2, but some people run 3. That's fine. And rejects, I put it at 3, but some people run 4, which is fine too.
Cool.
I think that's more than enough. And then in the middle of this all is Shirahoshi. So Hiyori into Shirahoshi, immediate value, draw 3, toss 2, and the first swing at their turn 2. That's crazy. And then Shirahoshi can literally just when you play Shirahoshi after you play Hiyori to put her, you can just Momo and put this 2K back on the top of your life, bottom of your life, so that when you draw it again, you get a 2K. And if you have like a Bege or like this to put now at the bottom of your life, that's crazy. Yellow's crazy. So
nice.
the Shirahoshi, especially turn 1 Hiyori, is wild. Except in Katakuri when they can just move your life, but. That is a very good combo. So that's why 4 of Hiyori's.
And do you like this better than the Sky Island package?
Way better. My personal problem with Sky Island was I hated seeing my cards get moved from the top of my life to the bottom because of Shura and Ohm. So now with this deck, you have a lot more control over what you're playing and what your triggers are. So, even though yellow was already broken before, now it's even more broken because you can just...
manipulate that.
Yeah, you can just decide how you want to play and then react to how the board is. So very dynamic way of playing yellow, but at the end of the day, it's still just broken yellow. Just even better because of 06.
Cool.
And then the old deck list of Katakuri used to have 3. Now 4 is huge, especially when you can do the Hiyori into Shirahoshi and then Katakuri. If you do it twice, then it's game over. And then the classic 3 Enels.
3 Enels.
Yeah.
How many Capones are you running?
4 Capones, of course. I think the only strange thing to consider is this Lunlin. I run 2.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, some people, a lot of JP deck lists also run 4. So I originally put in 3 just to test it out, but then I found out that, especially if I'm going first, I'd rather just play Enel and get that rush and get that pressure on the board rather than playing Linlin. And if they just trash your life, then now what? You just have, crazy, you have a big body, but I don't know. I think the immediate value from Enel is nice, whereas Linlin is nice if you have a good board set up to where it's valuable to play down and you can pressure them into picking whatever. But if you don't get any pressure before you play Linlin, then really what's the... not what's the point, but very questionable. So
Yeah.
That's why I dropped it to 2. Out of the entire day today, I only played it once, whereas I played it now like 3 or 4 times. So.
Yeah. It seems like your non-Land of Wano stuff is like 2 ofs, 3 ofs. You got 3 of Satori. 2. Is that just kind of like
that's
off of taste and
yeah. Also, it's early to where I don't know my correct ratios. So I think Satori should be bumped to 4. Gadatsu, everyone's telling me to bump it to 4, but I think at 3 it's fine.
Did you love Cracker?
Cracker I've heard to bump to 4, which actually I don't think is a bad idea, because it's a nice body. But also at the same time, I already have Satori to trigger a body. I have Kikunojo to trigger a body. Shirahoshi, I mean, not really a body, but yeah. Like, I have enough to trigger a body, and I don't think going more than 3 crackers is good. So I would do 3.
Any last thoughts about this deck, or anything you wanna? What was like your hardest matchup, or?
My hardest matchup was red, purple, law. Yeah, he just he goes wide so fast, and if I don't get lucky with my Kikunojos off trigger, then I can't keep up in board. So fortunately for that game, I had a Kikunojo in hand, and I got Kikunojos off trigger, so I was able to keep up in terms of volume on the board. But if it wasn't for that, then I definitely would have lost. So I think red, purple, law is a pretty tough matchup. And my matchups today were Katakuri first, Gekomoria second, third was Enel mirror, and then fourth was the red purple law.
Well, looks like you did pretty well. Undefeated, 4-0. Got some winnings and pretty solid deck profile. Kind of made it clear that he's the best.
I don't know about that one, Chief, but I appreciate this tournament. Very fun.
Right.
And thanks to our host, Daniel Yoon.
Say it again.
Daniel Yoon.
Yeah.
Go follow his IG. He's a photographer.
All right, thank you, Bryan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enel, first place deck profile, OP06.